Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. I'm here with Tom, Sonny, and Jeannie for the Liverpool show. We've already had the Gooner show, we've already had the United show. Is this one going to be the most fiery? There's a lot to talk about. Before we get into all of that, make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Smash the like button. How are we all doing, lads?
Good, thank you.
Well, I always say this, footballing wise, not great, but other than that.
Yeah, I mean, there is sort of positive news coming out of Anfield. I mean, when I say positive, I mean I'm grasping on straws, to be honest. But Henderson is going to be back mid-April, so he's not gone for the whole season, is he? So there is that potential.
Just gone for the bit that matters. Yeah.
Yeah, but one Nick Klopp that came out and said if you got something he just wants something to play for. Coming into sort of like the last month, and Hendo's going to be back. Maybe Van Dijk might even show his face. Like, it's going to be touch and go, though, isn't it?
It's just that mad how in the space of 2 months we went from top of the league title challenging without Van Dijk to
we were 7 odd points clear.
Let's hope we can, get top 4. So Chelsea slip up. So Leicester slip up. Oh, let's hope West Ham slip up. Might be able to scrape top 4 here.
West Ham are good, but we should never be relying on West Ham to drop points. Ever, ever, ever.
I mean, it could get worse.
It's got worse. It's got worse.
Well, no.
We're now relying on other teams to drop points, not just
I was just about to
say,
it could get worse. You could now be relying on Everton and Villa to be dropping.
Well, if it gets worse, I'm going to lose hope because I don't care about Europa League or not, honestly. It's only the owners who care about that.
Well, no, if you think Villa have got a game in hand over you, so's Everton. If they win both of them games, then, I mean, it just gets even worse.
I'm not bothered about the league table anymore. I don't look at it. I just try and keep winning, and then I'll look at it closer to the time. Up until now, it's irrelevant.
we're like 13, 14 games before the end of the season, and Jeannie's going, yeah, the league table is absolutely irrelevant.
Well, it is when you're not top. I don't want to see it if I'm not top.
This sounds weird. This time, I think it was about a year ago. I would have never thought United would have finished above us in the next 5 years. And now, I'd be surprised if they don't finish above us every single season for the next 5 years.
I mean, is it just this season, or do you think you're going to have knock-on effects in the next couple of seasons?
We need to remember, Van Dijk's going to miss months of football. Gomez is going to miss months of football. They're not going to come back and be as good as they are. Maybe Van Dijk to an extent, because he's that good, but Gomez isn't.
But hopefully by that time, Kabak will have matured. We've got I'm writing the season off. They can finish above us this season, but I reckon this is a do or die window for FSG. The amount of talent that's available on that market now, you have to go out and make a statement if you want to stay at the top. You have to. There's
would that not require top 4 though?
Surely a Premier League champions who were injury ravaged still have enough pull power to attract some of the best players in the world. I mean, bloody United attracted the most in-demand football at the time in Paul Pogba when they were going away to bloody Azerbaijan or whatever. It can happen. You just need the right pull power, and I think
it's more the right amount of money put on the contract and the right amount of money handed to the agent. Like that, to sort of sum it up perfectly, United paid shit tons of money for that contract, and do you even see your owners going, we can't offer Mbappe Champions League football?
Well, no, this is the thing, because I don't know if this will affect it, but when that came out a couple months ago saying that we're planning something big for the summer, I don't know if that's going to be it anymore.
Yeah.
FSG have their excuse now for the summer when they don't spend anything, and everyone's up in roars about it, and they go, "Oh, well, we only got Europa League, so we didn't have the money." It still shocks me how Premier League champions and Champions League winners, the ones who got the most prize money of all time, are now skint.
They're going to look at fans as a new signing. When fans come back, they're going to look at, that's our new big money signing. Fans coming back.
Oh, yeah, Steve, 54, from Mossley Hill, is going to really, push us on. I can't wait for him to bag that 90th minute winner. Let's put us top of the league. Get in there.
No, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to look at fans, and it is an advantage. But they're going to look at that as the big money signing.
You can already tell what Klopp's first post-match interview will be when fans come back. Oh, you know, in this moment, it feels good to have them back pushing us on. It's like a new man. It's like having such and such back. Like, at the end of the day, every other team is able to perform well without fans. Why do we struggle so much?
Not really. That's not a true stat. There's been more away wins in the Premier League than home wins since like 60 years. United aren't great at home.
Yeah.
Well, we've had the biggest drop off because we've been the best for years, by far the best.
We've been really bad though.
Not a home win.
We've been really poor in recent form. Up until our recent form, we were fine. Burnley killed us.
West Brom. I think West Brom was the game.
But this has happened to many other clubs. Leicester lost 3-0 to West Ham at home. United lost to Sheffield United at home. It's a common occurrence. Well, are they not above us in the league?
No, they are, but we can't be compared to them as a club.
Well, there we go then. So they've been better than us this season.
What
about United?
Are you talking about their title winning season?
This season, they lost 3-0 to West Ham at home.
Oh, but they always lose those games, Leicester.
Why? If they always lose those games, then they won't be above us.
The only team that have went on a longer home drought this season than us is bottom of the league, Sheffield United.
But it doesn't matter. It's still affecting everyone. The home thing, except from City, because they're not used to a crowd. That's the only team it doesn't affect.
How can I get how it can make us worse, but how does it make us so bad that we can't even beat bottom of the league?
There's many factors, but fans is one of them. As soon as we get fans back, there'll be a massive boost. Do you think we'd have lost to Burnley in a full packed Anfield? I don't think so.
Probably not. No, but why is it now we have to rely on fans to come back to make a team that is on paper so good?
I never said we have to rely on fans. But losing fans is a big factor.
Do you know what we're not thinking of? We're just thinking once all these players come back from injury, we're going to be fine. These players are probably going to get injured again. I've only been thinking of it. Could you imagine not the same players, different players, the same amount of players just keep going out on injured? Because the training, I promise you, the training isn't going to get any different.
You say that, but not many of these injuries are training based anyway. I mean, just a bit on the atmosphere. Has anyone considered getting Jurgen Klopp to sing "You'll Never Walk Alone" for 90 minutes on the touchline just to see if that eggs on the players a bit? Because look, they might just be missing the song because the Liverpool fans do sing it a lot. Maybe just get
the loudspeaker on and search on YouTube 90 minutes of Liverpool chants and chuck that on.
Try anything. There is a League One club, not mine, but there is a League One club that genuinely plays fake crowd noise, and I don't know how it's going for them. I can't remember.
So far this stream, we've been compared to Leicester, and we've been compared to a League One club. It's going good.
Champion. Come on.
We've got some comments here. Dom saying, "Bloody hell, lads, bit late. Jeannie doing homework again." Charlie saying, "How are you all, lads?" Harry saying, "Hope you guys are all doing well." And the footballing landscape, you're forgetting it comes of raw talent, as neither side has an advantage, comes of which the team is more talented. Basically saying that's why Arsenal are so shit this season.
I don't understand that. What?
Basically, it comes down to raw talent because neither side has the advantage of fans. Which I think is complete bullshit because you're not honestly telling me Burnley has more raw talent than Liverpool.
No. But he's got a point. Look at Man City. And don't say the fans don't affect Man City. Man City still have fans going every game.
Yeah.
Our style of football relies heavily on fans. Our style of football is so passion-based, so hectic, so mad. It thrives off when the fans are behind us. City's is like cool, calm, collected. It's the same every game. Yeah. Ours is different. That's why they haven't as big a drop-off.
I think it's quite similar at Old Trafford as well. If you think that United have been quite shaky at Old Trafford and they require the fans, it's that tackle, isn't it? It's that
they're better off though, because the difference between Liverpool and United is if it's not going well for United, they'll get on their players' backs. We won't. I've had to witness our fans cheer when Jovanovic has come on and made a successful pass. That's how much we back our players on that pitch. I've seen it at United how if it's not going well, I mean, Paul Pogba was their best player, and then at the end of the season, he was getting booed off the pitch.
Yeah.
But why would you want negativity in fan base? I have a season ticket. I've had a season ticket for years. Every time I go, it's these come on shouts. It's not, oh yeah, you made a pass, brilliant.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a good thing that we don't have that negativity.
Yeah, and that's why we're missing our fans.
But the bad thing is we're over reliant on our fans.
Yeah, I agree. Like that, but that's my point. That's why fans
raw talent. I've said this so many times. If you look at our team, Salah wasn't that good before he came. That's definitely something to do with the system. I can name another 10 players who are not up there in terms of quality.
Yeah, but they're better than the teams that have been.
No, they're
beating
good
you.
because that's what Klopp's made them when the fans there, when everything was going normal. And then as soon as that stops, you don't have the likes of Man City's players who can still deal without it because they're on talent. I'll tell you 10 times better than our players.
Yeah, but if you've been losing to, let's say you'd lost to United, City, Chelsea, Spurs, like that would be understandable. But you've been losing to teams like Burnley. You dropped points to West Brom. You lost to Everton.
No, but
I mean, Everton went to
sense.
Anfield.
It still makes sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm furious about it. It still makes sense though because we can't break down teams.
Do you think it's
if you put a professional footballers on the pitch and they're playing very defensive football, we can't score goals right now. Obviously, we know why the whole midfielder, the centre back situation.
Yeah.
But like, it's all down to talent. It's all down to.
Do you think it's because the lower teams are now sitting a little bit more deeper? Because last season it was a bit unknown, especially at the start of the season. Teams were not as they were cautious, but not as cautious. Do you think that now they've taken that extra 20 yards back? I
don't think so, because I think they were doing that last season. It's just a lot more pronounced now that we can't score goals. Last season, we always used to have that answer, either a Van Dijk header off a corner, and they can't defend that, or we'd scrape a goal off a defensive mistake, and it's just not happening for us this season. It's more pronounced. But I do think they were dropping deeper last season because we had these sort of games last season where we couldn't break them down, but we still somehow scraped wins, like Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Way they battered us. They sat deep, counter-attacked us, and the only reason we won was because Dean Henderson dropped it in his own net.
About 20 more of them as well.
Like it's been an issue with us for a long time. It's an issue you don't see with other top sides like City. They've never had an issue. Burnley is a 1-0 loss for us. It's a bloody yearly 5-0 win for them. I'd never be more confident putting 5-0 Man City when they play Burnley at home. It's happened every year for the past 3 years.
Yeah, I mean,
and we struggle year in, year out.
Yeah, a huge. Go on now.
No, you go, Genie.
Yeah, well, a huge miss for like the key word last season is the mentality. But we can't sustain this mentality when our players are dropping like flies with injuries. And I don't want to just pin it to injuries because it's a lot more to that. But our mentality last year got us through it. We'd fight till that last minute. We'll get. Sometimes we got fortunate, maybe a VAR decision or like a Van Dijk header. But that's our game. We don't have that anymore. We're dropping mentality. You look at Trent. He's not got Van Dijk defending for him anymore. All these injuries are such a massive knock-on effect. It's crazy. We haven't got our midfield, so then our attack's not being
These players not have a new mentality then.
Should our players what?
Not get a new mentality of everything's against us. Let's just give it our all because they don't even look like they're trying out on that pitch at times.
But do you not understand that this mentality has been knocked so much because everyone around them's being injured? That affects you. Mm-hmm. If you're playing in an awful team and a good team, which one are you going to be more confident in?
A good team.
Well, there we go.
But I don't get how a mentality drop off can be this steep to go from near invincibles 2 years.
No. I said that's a key factor. There's plenty of factors, but mentality is one of them.
No, but I don't get how
loads of different ones.
Mentality-wise, we can go from a team that's so full of confidence to losing. Yes, injuries are massive, but these players should have the mental strength to go, right, we're not going to be as dominant as we were last season, but let's change it up. Everything's against us. Let's just give it our all.
But we haven't got that anymore. Look at Mane. Mane's really struggling. I don't know, but I only said it's a key factor. I don't know why. I don't even think Klopp knows why.
I don't get why it's so hard.
If I knew why, I'd be coaching them.
A comment here from Dom saying Carragher even said you shouldn't even need the fans at the games you lost against Everton Burnley and Brighton to go and win. Them games should be a win for Liverpool. The football landscape saying, yeah, but if you look at this way, a lot of Liverpool players have failed at different clubs or either came from mid-table clubs where they were near as good as this and missing the backbone of your squad. I mean, obviously losing Van Dijk and Gomez is going to be a huge loss. It's the equivalent of, well, United losing, I mean, Bruno or something. Like, that's the equivalent of the loss you've suffered. And this season has been extraordinary. And a lot of people are like, yeah, if you play with this intensity, has happened. Let's look at some of these injuries. Van Dijk was assaulted by Pickford. Joe Gomez, that was just unfortunate.
Joe Gomez is just so mysterious, that injury.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happened the way it's been reported.
No chance. No chance.
An impact injury.
I disagree there, and I say why. Henderson is going to come back with a massive scar. He didn't do that in the challenge. The scar's going to be from the surgery. Joe Gomez's injury was by the surgery.
I'm talking about what they said. They said no one was there, didn't they?
Yeah. So he was just training on his own.
Like, he was walking, and then he went down.
Well, yeah. He definitely wasn't walking, and he's been down unless he's been attacked by like the German World War. But I do think that it was on his own, like they're reporting, because Henderson's come out and said that. And if my captain came out and lied to our whole fan base, I'd be livid.
Yeah, he's very sensible, our captain, though, isn't he? So,
I mean, yeah, but he's got to decide: does he go against his country or the club? Like, it's a tough one. It's probably one of them that we'll never know. Or Henderson will write in a book in about 20 years' time, going,
Gomez will.
Yeah, I was held at gunpoint saying, I was held at gunpoint saying if I didn't say this, they'll go blow my brains up or something. I don't know, probably something like that.
Joe Mattis was a contact injury. Fabinho's is rushed back too early from a muscle injury, and Henderson's has probably just come from overuse.
Yeah, and I mean, so only really two or three of them, or maybe only two of them, is probably Klopp's fault, Fabinho and Henderson. And to be honest, he didn't really have many other choices. But obviously, with Henderson out, this and Van Dijk, is Van Dijk your backup captain? Or
it's Milner, and then it's Van Dijk.
Right, okay. So losing all three of them, it does give you a bit of a gaping hole with the captain armband. And Gini Wijnaldum is obviously your fourth choice centre back centre back and captain. I mean, if he doesn't play, your next captain is a man who doesn't speak English. What on earth is going on with that captain?
Usually I'd laugh at that, but it's actually pissing me off. Like, I actually cannot believe Roberto Firmino might be our captain. Like, Wijnaldum pissed me off, but Firmino, and I don't need to tell you why. I think you know why.
Well, he doesn't speak English.
Exactly.
For fact number one.
And if he did, would he? And even if he did, is he that sort of person? No.
See, I think what's even more scary is if he rotates that front three like he likes to do, and Wijnaldum don't play. Starman Divock Origi is captaining the Premier League champions.
Nah, Divock well, he shouldn't get a say in it now because Jota's back. So if he rotates and
Divock is the longest serving player, though, that's the thing.
Yeah, but he won't put him in because he's a captain.
Well, I mean, I've said a lot of times, no way Origi's coming on, he comes on.
Mate, you come on and take the armband forcefully off someone just so he can be Liverpool captain.
I mean, right, so let's go one by one, starting with Tom. Who would you, right, obviously, let's say Gini's sat on the bench or he's got an injury, which, to be fair, with this Liverpool team, you can't rule that out. Who do you pick as captain?
Probably Robertson or cut Reece Williams like off and give it to Van Dijk so he can come back.
That's a fair one. Sonny, what about you?
Yeah, no, I was going to say Curtis Jones.
What?
But I'd say, what do you mean?
He's so young. He's not got any Premier League experience.
I can totally imagine.
I think he starts every game.
Yeah, well, he doesn't, especially with
he's more of a captain than Trent. He's more of a captain than at least 9 of those players. Who's on
I don't think he's more of a captain than Trent.
No, he is. He is. I swear, Curtis Jones was captain in the youth as well, wasn't he? And Trent, he doesn't shout on the pitch.
I don't think Curtis Jones does with this player.
Jones is a lot more popular than Trent.
I think it's easy.
Could you imagine like Curtis Jones walking up to Robbo and bollocking him with the armband?
Like Robbo,
I'll tell you one thing: Curtis Jones will be running out of Anfield quicker, and you can say Bob Marley.
I've seen more things from Curtis Jones to prove he's more captain worthy than Trent.
Yeah.
Not footballing wise.
I just think it's too young for him, and there's no guarantee that he's going to play.
I would give it Robertson because he's a better player as well. I'm just saying that Curtis Jones is more of a natural captain, like you say. He is too young. So
yeah. What about you, Jeannie? Who would you go for?
Yeah. Mine's an easy one. It's Robertson. He captains his country. He's a leader, and he God forbid he doesn't get an injury. He starts every game.
Yeah. I mean, he does, but obviously, if Firmino does walk out at Anfield or wherever you're playing with an armband attached to his arm, I mean, what's going to be the thought process of all of you?
Fuck this! I'm off to tennis.
Find
some else. Turn a different channel on. That's what
I'm doing. Rover's doing. I'll be right for it.
Non-league. Oh wait, no, non-league's fucking cancelled. I don't know what to do then. I don't know what to do.
A comment here from Dom saying the mentality should be gone from the players due to seeing Wijnaldum or even Firmino up for captain.
It's like watching Martial walk out with the captain's armband. That's what I compare it to.
Remember, Salah wasn't happy with what was it, Trent being captain? Could you imagine Salah looking at Firmino as captain?
I would like to be a fly on the changing room when I hear Klopp tell that to Salah. But Dom makes a valid point. Dom does make a valid point, saying you've got the Scotland captain in your squad and you don't choose him. Look,
to be fair, we say all this shit. We've not had a game without Henderson yet, so.
Yeah, but we all know that Genie has been voted by popular demand to be the captain. I've not really normally seen many clubs do that, but there's one from LFC Red. There's one from LFC Red Forever. Sorry, gents, but where in the hell is Firmino a captain?
Nowhere.
He doesn't even deserve it, let alone not speaking English.
That's not just for me. He doesn't deserve to be on the pitch. The only reason he's on the pitch is because Origi's on the bench.
And that Jota was injured.
Except that's what I'm saying. The only reason he's playing is because it's just shit compared to shit. You don't bring shit on for shit. That's what we have on the bench.
It depends on if you're doing the crossbar challenge, because Origi will be very good at that.
If you're playing Tottenham, you play. Or any club from London. He has all right games against them.
Is this something Klopp should change, though? Because it seems to be that Klopp... I can sort of understand the Genie one to a degree because the players voted for it. I can sort of get that one. But then just being blinded and going sort of La Masia style and going for hierarchy in terms of longevity, do you think he should be looking at his players and understanding them a bit better and going...
Well, he sees them every day. That's why I think he should be allowed to change his mind. But he obviously doesn't want to do that.
I'm still not convinced by it. Klopp hasn't come out and said this. It's a big account on Twitter, which is fair enough. I think the rule stands for Wijnaldum. That's why he's the captain, because he's the longest serving player. If Genie gets injured, I don't think Klopp's that stupid to give Firmino captain. No way. And I don't even think Firmino would want the captain. I do think he'll give it Salah or Robertson.
He'd give it Firmino, and he wouldn't understand what he's saying. Klopp would tell him he's captain. He'd go, "Okay, boss, I'll run harder now," and then not leave.
Just whack out Google Translate, isn't it? But here comes the next one. What on earth is Salah going to do, right? Let's say that Firmino is leading the team out. Salah's going to leave in the summer if that happens. Like, he's just going to be like, "No, I'm done. I'm leaving. Goodbye."
He's got his contract terminated. If he sees a Brazilian forward who cannot score goals leading out a team where he's been the one-man show this season, I wouldn't blame him for starting a GoFundMe to terminate his contract. At this point, it's offensive on so many levels.
Mate, you'd only stay for the golden boot and then he'd fuck off.
Yeah, he'd be so out of there quickly. I mean, but how realistic do you think this is that Firmino will walk out? Or
no,
obviously we all know Genie will, but
I've got to be honest. I think it's more likely that Trent's captain than Firmino. I don't agree with it, but I think that's the next likeliest thing, that Trent takes over captaincy if Wijnaldum don't play.
A fair comment here from LFC Red, though. This attitude is the reason we're in this mess. They don't even treat the captaincy with respect anymore. How much of that do you think is true?
Well,
To be fair, I don't think you've ever had to go through. You've ever had to settle for your fourth choice captain in a season. Like when it's the top three, you can see that there's like a degree of respect with them. But when you're down to your fourth choice and your fifth choice, you're scraping the barrel. There's going to be a bit less there. I mean, I'm not surprised there's a lack of respect. Our fourth choice captain isn't going to be here next season. He doesn't want to be.
Well, there is a report saying he does want to be, but Liverpool aren't going to stump up the cash for the contract.
Exactly what I think.
I've been chatting shit about him wanting to leave, but I agree with him. Just leave.
I don't
Do you
see
not,
why
do
he's
you not
asking.
think he should sign a contract and then just get sold? Like,
Yeah.
No, because that's
What, in the same summer?
yeah, of course it could be done.
You don't do that because Barca are that fucked financially that they probably can't afford the transfer fee.
Yeah.
Can they even afford his wages?
I think the only reason he's going Barca is because Ronald Koeman. You can look and they're in a mess. They're in financial mess. Messi's leaving at the end of the season. Is what
So is Koeman.
looks likely. Exactly, and that's the point I'm going to get onto. The main reason he's going because he likes playing under Koeman, like you can see in the Netherlands. Koeman will not be there next season, so I don't think Gini's going Barca. I don't think he's going to stay, but I think it's going to be like a Juventus or a PSG somehow.
Do you really think, even without Koeman, that he doesn't want to go to Barcelona?
I do think he wants to go. I think he's got his heart set on Barca now. I don't think it's just Ronald Koeman. I think it's the pull of that club.
You got Frankie de Jong at Barca as well, and them two are quite
that's
good.
like-
They're going to try a rebuild. It might not work, but they're still going to try. And
I
Gini
think
will
they're
not.
after the pie as well, aren't they? They're after the pie in the summer as well. They want like a Dutch core. At the end of the day, good riddance for when he goes. Mate,
It's
after
okay.
what
You've
what
got
I've
sympathy
watched
off Dom.
this team for the past 3 years, to see this disappointing collapse, the only thing I can feel is disappointment.
Can I just say the amount of smoke Liverpool fans are giving United, and now they're giving you sympathy and pity. That should be a worry in itself. Like
Our squad is not in a state where you can throw smoke at us. We haven't got anyone who can take it.
Yeah, but Niall, it's the comment from Dominic. Dominic's a Liverpool fan.
Oh, mate, he definitely isn't. If you had seen that Martial run, Jesus. Everyone go everyone check out that run. Oh, my God. I've never laughed so much in my entire life, especially on a stream. But I do want to talk about a trophy parade. There is reports that...
No, I don't want to speak about this.
Yeah,
it absolutely is.
Oh.
It is going to get us.
You actually support him.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What's going to break? What are we going to? We don't.
There is apparently a report saying that Liverpool will do a trophy parade.
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp saying now is not the time to talk about it. You wouldn't understand why you're sixth in the table and you're scraping for.
We're not going to
four.
get the time to speak about it ever. Not until we win another one.
But what's your thoughts of this apparent trophy parade actually happening?
Bring it on. Bring it on. I want it.
You go first. I just want to see why you think it should happen.
Talking. Bring it on. It's our first league title in 30 years. And are we yet not going to celebrate it? If we finish...
We have celebrated it, though. Just not with the players.
If we got relegated, I'd still want a trophy parade. First league title in 30 years. I don't care. We can forget this season.
Jimmy, what are we going to parade? We'd have to ask for the
Premier League.
Hold on.
We don't have it. We'd have to ask for it of City.
No, Tom, you've already got replicas at Anfield because you've won so many that you've already got a replica. You might even. It'll be a first
league. Are we going to be with the 1980s First Division?
I was just about to say that's the one you've got. You've got a replica of the 1980s.
No, look, with this parade, I don't care what other people think, but if we had a parade celebrating a Premier League title that's not ours, and by the way, it won't just not be ours, we'll be about 8 places away from it. This would be remembered more by rival fans than our Premier League title.
Oh yeah,
it would.
You just
No one would ever forget this. 8th place Liverpool celebrate last year's Premier League title with fans, and there's a massive bus party with millions of fans all around the world celebrating, watching on YouTube. They're in Liverpool, and we finished 8th.
I couldn't care less.
I do want to say, if it happens, we will cover the entire event. I have no problem with that. We'll get all the right.
Hey, Niall, I'll be there and I'll vlog it.
Can the Argon just turn up for a Genie?
No, they weren't a part of it.
Yeah, but they'll still be on the bus.
No, they're not allowed, Genie. They weren't a part of it.
Hang on. This is like, I tweeted this out earlier. This is like me. I packed an icon on FIFA 18, which was 3 years ago. This is like me deciding to celebrate it tonight.
I did see that. It was quite funny. A comment from the football landscape saying, "Mean you're 6 points above Arsenal, 2 losses than Arsenal. Could be level. It is kind of bad." I mean,
am I gutted that we didn't get this trophy parade? Yes, it would have been immense. It would have been one of the best ever. But it's the opportunity's been and gone.
Another good comment from Don, though. The trophy parade will be like Tottenham's Audi Cup victory.
Rival fans can have that say. I can't wait to go to this trophy parade. I'm being serious.
You just know that Genie's going to arrive full kit,
Genie,
scarf in
you're
the air.
pretending, because there's no way inside you actually feel like it's our trophy.
It's the trophy that we've won, and we're celebrating the trophy.
You're telling me you didn't celebrate at a time where we actually won it. You might not have been with the players, which is cool, but you must have celebrated when we won it.
Obviously, I'm not going to sit there and cry.
Exactly.
Yeah, the radio point nearly came off again.
Should we celebrate? Should we celebrate our multiple leagues?
Jurgen Klopp's promise he said it on the Sky Sports interview, the Chelsea game. He said, when we can allow fans after this BS virus is the word that he said, we'll have our trophy parade. Did we expect it to be this late? No, no one did. No one expected us to still be in a lockdown in February the 26th of 2021. But that was Klopp's promise, and that's been stuck to. And I guarantee you there'll still be loads of Liverpool fans attending.
Doesn't make it more acceptable.
Some of our fans have waited 30 years of not even winning the trophy. I'm sure they can wait one to lift it and parade.
Hang on, but you need to look at the mentality of the players as well. This won't help their mentality.
We're talking about celebrating the 6th place finish.
No, we're not. We're celebrating the league title. We're not.
No. Hang on, but the club needs to use this as motivation.
We're getting the Europa League. We're not celebrating that.
The club needs to use this as motivation to go and say we couldn't have that parade, so let's go win it next year.
If we win it next year, I've got no issue having a 2020 parade because we'd actually still have the trophy.
If we win it next year, let's lift 2.
This embarrassment of a season, I wouldn't have even minded if we didn't win the league this season, but we're respectable. 6th place. Everton are going to finish above us.
It's not finished yet.
Finish above us.
Season's not finished yet.
Unfortunately, it's not finished yet.
No, fortunately. Why would you take a 6th place finish?
Well, I don't see us getting much better this moment in time. We just lost our captain.
We ain't dropping lower than 6th.
Oh,
Dom's saying celebrating City's league title.
Everton have a game in hand and are on the same amount of points.
We're in February.
So do
yes, we're in February. We haven't won a game at home since December 16th.
Do you not expect him to turn it around?
The way we're playing,
not turn it around enough. Not enough.
What? So you don't think you honestly sit here and think we'll finish 7th or 8th next season?
Next season?
Well, no, I think you meant turn around this season.
Sorry, this season.
This season.
7th to 8th is a real possibility.
It's a possibility, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Where do you think we'll finish?
Genie.
I think it'll either be 4th or 5th.
Oh, check out. 7th to 8th is more possible. 7th to 8th is more likely than 4th.
Portsmouth then.
Genie.
7th to 8th is more possible than 4th.
Going by this comment, I mean, you are 2 losses away from Arsenal Football Club being level on points with you.
And then we're 2 wins away from 4th. So that you can contradict that and say it in 2 ways.
But what's more likely? 2 losses from Liverpool or 2 wins from Liverpool?
Right. Well, two losses from Liverpool and 2 wins from Arsenal in a row. Even though they're focusing on the Europa League, or 2 losses for West Ham and Liverpool beating West Ham's next game, City. Probably a loss there. We've got Sheffield United. I expect to win there, and Chelsea. I expect to win there.
You also expected to beat Burnley, Everton, and Brighton, and spectacularly failed.
I agree. Yeah, I expect to beat Chelsea.
So is Chelsea the tie?
Hold on. What did you just say?
You expect to beat Chelsea? I don't expect us to beat Sheffield United.
Don't support us then.
I'm being honest.
No, don't watch us. I expect.
I'm being honest. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you.
Hey, you know what? We have to have a match reaction when we stuff Chelsea because that 2-0, and you can clip it, you can show it the group chat. We will beat Chelsea.
If we beat Chelsea, I'll celebrate. But if we lose to Sheffield United the week before, I won't.
Dom is still in the comments, I think. So, Dom, this is your perfect opportunity to clip that and use that against Genie for whenever you need to.
The fact that we can win it, but as it stands, I can only go off what I've seen. I want us to beat them, but going off what I've seen right now, I cannot.
But I can't do anything. I'm going off what we're capable of, and we're capable of turning that.
Football landscape. We've got 40 points. We should be okay. We should be.
Well, 40 is the magic number. What I want to talk about now is the centre back pairing. Obviously, you've got the choice between Phillips. Well, that's what that's what I want to try and come up with. So we've got the choice between Phillips, Davies, Kabak, or Genie Wijnaldum. I am going to chuck Genie in there because no. I'm going to mention Genie in there just because I know what Jurgen Klopp's a bit about, and he'll want some experience back there. It'll either be Genie or James Milner, so I'll let you decide which experience head you want at the back. But starting with Tom, who do you think? Well, who do you want to see as that centre back pairing?
Who do I want to see? I think they're two very different things. I think
that's what I'm asking.
I think we'll play the under-23s pairing of Kabak and Phillips, but I just don't see why Ben Davies shouldn't get a game against bottom of the league Sheffield United to at least find out if he ain't any good. Like, if he's crap, then fair enough, it didn't work. Get Phillips back in, get a decent centre-back pairing, but you've got to take the risk against bottom of the league. And if he plays well, he's now got confidence going into a massive game. Because we just need players with confidence at the minute.
Totally agree. Sonny, what about you? Do you think should be?
Well, I know what I think. I think it's going to be Kabak and Phillips. And then who I want, it's 50-50. I would like to see either Kabak or Phillips with Davies, which is a 50-50 with the same as me wanting Phillips and Kabak. Like, that's 50-50. I'd want either just as much as each other, but I fully expect Klopp to do Phillips and Kabak.
Yeah, that seems fair. Phillips has done quite well this season, and to be fair, Phillips is quite good in the air, and Sheffield United are about to pummel you with a lot of aerial balls, so that might actually work. And Genie, what about you, mate?
Against Sheffield United, I want to see Kabak and Phillips because, like you just said, and I spoke about this last night on the LFC Addiction, Sheffield United are very good in the air, so I want to deal with them that. Chelsea, see how they are in training, and then Fulham and Wolves next week. I want Ben Davies with alongside Fabinho. Well, I want to see Ben Davies at some point. Fabinho will be back for Chelsea, but I'm not. I'd love to see Ben Davies, but against Sheffield United, I do think I don't know. Definitely Phillips either way, because I think Phillips is the strongest one that I've seen so far.
What do you lot think Klopp will do, though? So obviously you've all mentioned these. I was just about to say, do you think someone like Milner or Genie will be put in centre defence by Klopp?
I wouldn't be surprised if Genie plays there. Not against Sheffield United, because we don't have enough midfielders. But if it gets bad again, I would not be surprised to see him at the back.
There's no way he puts Wijnaldum at the back. If he's going to put one of them, I think it'll be Robertson, left centre back, and Simicaz. But I can only see him going with the three of Ben Davies. A four, because Fabinho's back in training tomorrow. Fabinho, Ben Davies, Kabak, Phillips. He won't put anyone else in the midfield in the defence.
That's fair. A comment from Dom. Hold on, you expect to beat Sheffield. everyone expected United to win, but when a team goes into the game expecting to win, doesn't go well. Could be mentality midgets. That's the thing. And Sheffield United haven't been losing many games. Well, they haven't been battered.
Sorry?
No. Let me
Sorry,
let
no,
me rephrase
they haven't
that.
lost many games. So what
No,
have I
no.
been watching?
Of course they've lost many games, but they've never been battered in any games. It's
No.
normally by 1 or 2 goals, if that. And they got a shock result against United. Nearly got
Not much of a shot.
It was quite a
Yeah,
shock.
United
The
was in
league.
the honeymoon period then.
Yeah, like it was a bit of a shock going to Old Trafford being bottom of the league and beating. I think weren't they top of the table at that point?
Yeah, but
They were the favourites for that game, but anyone with a bit of football knowledge could see that result a mile off. Sheffield United
but
win.
that's
And
what I'm
United
saying.
beat
Like Sheffield United are not a bad team. Do you honestly think that? Like, I know it's going to be hard to not back your team, but do you think Sheffield could genuinely get a result?
Any team could get a result against us. Sheffield United could, but at the end of the day, these players now need to realise that they are better than Sheffield United and play like they're better. You know, I'm sorry, but at this point, I'm scared to play against the bottom half teams more than I am the top half teams. We have to show our quality. It's not it's not the attack that's injured. It's the defence. I don't get how, obviously, losing Van Dijk is a massive impact on team morale and all that stuff. Losing all these players to injury shouldn't mean you miss skill set chances like Firmino does 3 times a game, or you don't want to take on players anymore like Manny. The only one who has performed to his level is Salah, and that's shown. Like, he's the top scorer in the league for a reason. Realistically, Manny could be up there.
I just want to say I don't rate Arteta as a manager, so I don't respect his opinion. So yeah, carry on, Tom. I just wanted to clarify that one.
Firmino should be. If you look at the chances Firmino gets, he should be up there. I don't get why our attack has suffered so much from us losing our defence. Like, I get we've lost our midfield, and that's massive, but we've just had one of the most creative midfielders in the world, and we look less creative with them in the side.
I wanted to talk about Thiago because you haven't got a great win rate with him in your team.
I think the win rate's relevant.
He has to do 3-man's jobs, and he's not used to it. I mean, the stats all show, like, I think on average this season for us, he's making 3 tackles a game. At Bayern, he was making 1. That's why he's getting more yellow cards and more fouls and stuff. He's having to do the defensive work. There was a graphic after the Everton game. If you look at the average position, Thiago is where Gini Wijnaldum should be in that 6 role. Wijnaldum's further forward. So he's doing 2-men's jobs right there.
What annoys me about that stat that I keep saying that Thiago's win rate with Liverpool's so low, they're always quick to say that it's Thiago's win rate, but they're not quick to say that it's Liverpool's win rate without.
No, I was just saying, but I was just saying that it's the win rate of Thiago in your team. I'm not blaming Thiago. Look, Thiago is a top quality player. But is Klopp not utilising Thiago to his best abilities?
Yeah, no, but if you also put it in, you can put it in Thiago's win rate, but in all but the Chelsea and Everton game, when the Everton game was obviously Van Dijk's injury, he's had no Van Dijk there. So then you can also say the stat of without Van Dijk, we've had this win ratio. So it's similar. Thiago's not hit the, well, he's been nowhere near up to his quality that he showed last year. Do I still think the best is to come? Of course I do, because Fabinho and Henderson will hopefully partner him in the midfield next season. But so far, he's not shown it. But like Tom said, he's in a poor midfield at the minute without a proper holding midfielder.
Like, we've seen him in a good midfield once this season. He's been in an average midfield twice, at least. There's one game where he had a good midfield and a solid back four. He got man of the match in the derby away. The last midfielder I saw do that for us was Steven Gerrard. Like, that shows how good he was that day. He came on against Chelsea at half time when he had solid defence, pretty decent midfield, broke all sorts of records. When he came on, we looked so much more creative and scored 2 goals. Like, he clearly, when he's given the opportunity, he is a very good player. But this midfield right now are doing him no favours.
He's better than all of our midfielders on ability. If we
The
keep
only one who
discussing
compares
this
to him
whole
is Naby
thing,
Keita, but that man lasts about 2 games and then twists his ankle going up the
yeah,
stairs.
but Thiago's not like that.
I know, it's just annoying that we're, in a sense, we're wasting what could be one of the better years of such a good footballer by nothing of our own doing, in a sense.
Would you play Milner? I know he can't do every game, but would you start playing Milner as that sort of defensive midfielder
Don't
with
think he's
Gini on the bench?
Mate, I'd send Gini over to bloody Barcelona now.
I think that's a good shout.
You would.
Holding midfield.
Because
Mate,
he knows the job.
Watch me
and
play Curtis Jones at defensive midfield. Watch me.
No, but the reason I say Milner is because firstly, he's experienced. Secondly, he knows how to do it. And thirdly, he'll love the game time. He'll be all over that. You just know that on a Sunday he'll have another chocolate Grand Prix or whatever he does on Twitter.
Well, I don't want to get my hopes up because he'll come back and then he'll get injured in a couple of games.
He's a bit. I don't think he's quick enough to deal with the attacking midfielders in this league now. Like, if a Maddison runs at him 1-on-1 and gets past him, it's a yellow card. Because James Milner's classic, ball or man gets past, not both. Like, I don't think he's I'd love having James Milner in the squad. I'll love watching him play because he's so passionate and he's a good footballer. But I just think he might be a bit of a liability at that defensive midfield role because you need to be able to read the game well, especially in this Liverpool team at defensive midfield. I don't think Milner has that capability.
Well, who do we have then, Tom? Who do we have?
Well, as much as I hate him, Gini Wijnaldum reads the game well. It's just when he gets the ball, he doesn't do anything with it. Like,
Well, we have more possession than most teams, though. So,
but that's because our possession is with our back four. Because, like I say every time I discuss this, we win the ball back. It goes to Wijnaldum. It's fuck me, I'm good. What do I do? Pass it backwards. It goes to the centre backs. It's pushed out to the full back, but it's so slow that everyone's back in their positions. And then Robertson, can you get a crossing? No, because they've got 7 men in the box. Right, let's pass it backwards. Dead slow, dead lethargic. Get it to the other side. Trent, put a ball in because we need it in now because we've wasted so much time on this attack. Gets crossed in. It's headed away by one of the 7 tall players in the box. And it's, we've wasted this chance. Let's do it again because it worked so well last time.
The thing that was iconic for Liverpool last season was the switching of play from Robbo and Trent. Like, what on earth's going on with that? Like, I haven't seen them attempt it at all this season.
They have attempted. The biggest switches for us was the centre backs to the it's like Gomez to Robertson and Van Dijk to Trent, because they caught people off guard so quick with that it would distract them.
It was even further up. It was Van Dijk to Salah and Van Dijk to Mane. We scored so many of our goals through these Van Dijk over the top 3 balls. It's crazy.
Like, we're just missing.
Van Dijk's a midfielder for us as well, isn't he? So,
Tom, you know, I didn't just praise him. I said he can read the game when he gets it.
It's
okay.
okay.
I think that's great.
You'll see him a bit later.
Someone says that about me, I'm going, thank you.
We've got 4 Liverpool fans on tonight. Obviously, we've got Sonny, Genie, Tom, and Dom. So it's a bit Liverpool orientated.
Well, no, I've got to say, fair play to you. Obviously, your biggest rivals.
What, me?
Yeah.
Nah, mate. I've hosted all of them. I'm the impartial, unbiased host. Because I sort of like everyone. I also watch football. But I want to preview. Yeah, Sonny's chatting bullshit. So I want to talk about, obviously, Sheffield United. We'll preview the game for about 10 minutes or so. But everyone watching, make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Make sure you also back here for 8 o'clock. It ain't gonna be this doom gloom sort of. We all sort of expecting this one. But there's going to be lots of agendas, lots of energy. Obviously, the Liverpool fans need our sympathy right now. So this is sort of like the. It will be, yeah. So this is sort of like the.
These Liverpool fans need your sympathy.
Well, no. This is more of
Look at them now. For just
This is-
we don't need sympathy. We've got a parade coming at the end of the season.
Fuck's sake, Jimmy. This is the Let's Talk Premier League's counselling session with the Liverpool fans. It will be a weekly counselling session until they're sorted, and then I'm sure people will start blowing smoke at them. But we can't do that at the moment. It's like I can't compare. It's like hitting a man when he's down already. There's just harsh, and then there's harsh. But I want to talk Sheffield United. Obviously, we all know what Alisson's going through, and obviously condolences to him and everything. Obviously, don't think he's going to be playing. I think it would probably be wrong to play him.
Well, I hope not. But isn't that one of the reasons he's staying here?
I think
No, it's because he can't travel.
Yeah,
He can travel. He can travel. It's just he has to quarantine for 10 days when he comes back. I do think Klopp will ask him. I think it'll be completely down to the player's choice. You know, obviously, such a horrific thing to go through, but Alisson is a strong lad mentally. And
He can't travel.
Yeah, but his wife's 28 weeks
Kelleher being injured. I'd pray to God that Kelleher's back, because I don't want to play Alisson when he don't want to play.
Was he injured?
Yeah, but he was back in the Leipzig squad, and then there was no sign of him against Everton.
He was only.
What the hell do you do in training? Paintball?
No, Adrian is part of the goalkeeper training. That's why we get so many injuries. He probably just Pickfords every player, hoping that they get injured for the season, so we get some game time.
Yeah, but no, do you do like Call of Duty role play at like your training ground? Like, what the hell is your training sessions? Like, I swear I either heard or saw Sonny tweet it, but he would love to see a training session one day.
Oh yeah, they've done a live training session. Like, right, let's see what's going on here then.
Yeah,
it's like
just passed it round and then shut the cameras off, and then that's when they was all flying.
I mean, it is absolutely mental. But obviously, Sheffield United.
Physios, you know, I think these new physios just go around battering everyone, so they've got a job to do. Earning the pay.
What is physios on a performance-based income? Are they?
The way our owners do it, yeah.
I think we've signed the WWE.
Yeah, our owners are trying to get benefits from the hospital. That's what they're trying to do.
Naby Keita's back there, isn't he?
In training, I believe.
He's back. He was part of the last match day squad. I think he'll play this time, but
He'll play.
I don't want any more injury worries from until the end of the season.
Do you think he'll start, or do you reckon this is going to be a 30-minute cameo off the bench with bubble wrap on his legs?
I beg that he starts because we look so dead in midfield at times.
You want Naby Keita to start? That's brave.
Why?
Because
I'd give him a 30-minute cameo if I'm being completely honest.
Fit enough for the bench, you're fit enough to start and come off.
Not necessarily. You can be fit. No, you can be fit for the bench and be given 30 minutes. That's what you can do.
He's had 3 minutes.
Anyway,
if he cannot last 45 minutes, I'd be disappointed.
I think you're about to get disappointed.
Start or not start? Not come on for 30 minutes.
He won't start, but I want him to because Curtis Jones has been good when he's played this season. He can't be dropped. Thiago, he's pretty much a dead set to play because he's our only midfielder with actual class. And Wijnaldum, Regina Wijnaldum, I don't see.
Or Firmino's going to be captain.
Well, Genie has to play because someone has to play the 6.
Thiago can play. Keita will run more.
Thiago cannot play the 6.
Why can't he?
Well, he gets booked in the first 1 minute for
because he's doing Wijnaldum's job then.
No, because he's going in.
Wasn't that the reason that you conceded the free kick against Leicester? Because he just left his leg dangling out.
He made a silly change.
And Gini Wijnaldum, the reason 6 at Liverpool attacks that probably could have resulted in goals have died. It's harsh.
We was all craving Thiago getting into that 8. There's no way you can play against Chelsea. Thiago, Curtis Jones.
No, we're on about Sheffield United. You're looking very far ahead of the game there, Genie.
But Tom said that Curtis Jones is a cert to start because of his form this season. and he thinks Naby Keita should start, and you said
No,
Thiago
but for Chelsea, we
start.
might have Fabinho.
So yeah, but it'll be in the back. Fabinho will be at the back line.
If you start spending
we won't play that midfield
as well, I don't see why you don't put Fabinho back into the midfield.
Because Jurgen Klopp won't do it.
But it's you achieve much better results by doing that.
I agree with you. I'm thinking what Klopp's going to do, and Klopp's going to put him at centre back.
I don't see. Again, I'll bring it up. Sheffield United are a good team. They're underperforming this season, but it's bottom of the league. You should be able to go with a little bit less defensive coverage in search of some goals. And then when we get them goals, bring Gini Wijnaldum on so he can just sit there and defend.
We've also got a very, very poor defence.
Our issue is we can't score goals. We're actually not doing too bad defensively.
We still are conceding every game, which is probably bad for us.
Yeah, but we've got a makeshift back line.
No, I think people are looking at this because if we were winning these games but still conceding the amount of goals we were, we'd say we'd have a bad defence.
We do have a bad defence, but our attack is worse.
It's not that you have a bad defence. It's like the analogy I use for United with their fridge freezer at the back. What the sides of your defence, left back and right back, ain't too shabby. It's just a massive gaping hole in the middle. And what you've done is, instead of putting a fridge freezer there, you're just sticking up some plasters and hoping to like, there's like plasterboard stuck up with plasters or something like that. That's what the equivalent of your defence is.
Well, that's what Kabak's been recently.
Yeah, but if you put Fabinho in that sort of number 6 role, he offers that protection.
That's the thing. There'll be a lot less chances created if he's back in that midfield. And that would be much better than him stopping 1 or 2 shots on goal than denying 6 chances ever being created. And also his attacking edge. He can play them little dink through balls over the top that we're crying out for.
Yeah, I agree, but do you really think that Klopp's going to do that? Nothing against Klopp, I don't think he does that. You are?
What's he got to lose? He's just brought in 2 centre-backs that on paper complement each other perfectly.
But he's always done this. What did he have to lose against City, who were top of the league, and we was in a top four battle? City aren't a team that you need to be beating. And then he went and put Henderson at centre back.
Crying out for a win then.
Of course we were crying out for a win, but did you expect us to beat City?
No.
So then
at the end of the day, that was a massive game because it's a top 4 rival.
Phillips and Fabinho, and have Henderson covering Gundogan. And what did the first goal come from? As you said, Gini Wijnaldum not picking up Gundogan.
It would have been even worse at the back. Raheem Sterling around Trent. Imagine what he would have done if he got 1-on-1 with Phillips.
But then what's the difference then?
I rate Phillips.
Jordan Henderson held his own that game. Fabinho held his own that game.
But Henderson will be covering in the midfield like Fabinho's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get.
You've got to bear in mind the context of that game. With that, if we'd won that game, we could have moved within a point of United and 5 points of City.
Yeah, but we've also lost a lot since.
Okay, at this point, we're just crying out for goals. Not even like a win. We're just crying out for goals in the league. I can't remember the last time we scored 2. West Ham, was it?
What, 2 goals?
Yeah, 2 goals in the same game in the league. Was it West Ham?
In the league?
In the league. I think it was a month ago now. Against West Ham. That was the last time we scored more than 1 goal in a league game. I don't care. We might as well just go back to how we used to play we'll concede 5, but we'll score 6. We have one of the best attacks in the world.
No, but Tom, you say that, even bringing back all these players, we're not scoring 6 goals, man, or not even near that.
No, but if we can get them key play, you've got to trust your new signings. There was no point in signing them if you're not going to play them.
Klopp, that's not Klopp signing, so. Klopp wanted that Dijon Chaleta. I can't pronounce his name.
So he's just going to throw his toys out the pram and not play an actual centre back.
Maybe. It wouldn't be the first time a manager's done that.
Centre back. Pardon?
He needs to be smart now. I know how good Fabinho has been this season, but he's not a natural centre back.
I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. I'm craving Fabinho in midfield. But if I know Klopp and what he's done previously with Henderson, Fabinho, Fabinho's always played centre back since we've lost our centre backs. I can't see Fabinho being in the midfield, and I'd love him to.
Hoffa will sacrifice his firstborn child and play Fabinho in midfield for the rest of the season.
Exactly, that's the point I'm making.
It's a tough one, but what's everyone's thoughts on score predictions? Obviously, I won't mention no title charge. I won't do that to Genie. Tom, starting with you, score predictions for whenever you play him, Sunday, I think.
Depends who plays. Depends who starts in that midfield, because I can see Oxlade-Chamberlain getting a game, and if Oxlade-Chamberlain's getting a game, we'll have one chance for 90 minutes. It'll fall to him 40 yards out, and then 2 seconds later, you'll see him with his head in his hand running back to the halfway line. He's blasted it over the bar into the stands, and our best chance has been wasted. I'm going back to boys though. 2-1.
I was just about to say you can get off the fence now and give a reaction.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool.
So you expect us to win?
Yeah.
Genie's like, yes, boys.
But I'm hoping for a 2-1 win.
He is grinning. He's heard Tom say that Liverpool are going to beat Sheffield United. He's smiling like a Cheshire cat. It's absolute. I never thought Liverpool. I was just about to say,
Sheffield United is like the high point.
I never thought I'd ever see this from Liverpool. But Sonny, mate, what about you?
Title charge on 1-0 win. They're going to lose every game. We're going to win every game, and United are going to fall apart. We're going to win the league by 1 point. We're going to do the revenge on City. No, I'll take a piss. We'll win 1-0. And I won't get my hopes up from it because we have Chelsea the next game, and I'm not very confident for that.
You've got United coming up soon, haven't you?
I'm not even thinking about
that. Stop reminding me.
I don't care who else made anymore.
And Mr. Positive on the bottom left.
Of what we can't wait for. You're probably shitting yourself for Sheffield United.
I can't wait for United.
This is Genie, isn't it? He's excited for anything. He's got a trophy parade.
I appreciate the optimism. I appreciate.
He's got a trophy parade to go to in the summer. So Genie, the Cheshire Cat. What are you going for? Probably 5-0 Liverpool title charge back on or something like that.
No, I'm being serious. I think we'll win 4 or 5-0, and that's not even. You say that, but that's not even me joking.
No, the reason I say that is because when did Sheffield United concede 4 or 5 goals?
On Sunday.
When did we score 4 or 5 goals?
On Sunday.
We're away.
Sunday,
we don't beat these sort of teams.
Sunday, 7:15. No, I think we'll have a similar game to Palace, and we'll just romp them. And I know you said it, Niall. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm going to say.
What do you mean you don't know why? You know why we're laughing. You just said we're going to win 4-0.
Sheffield United 5-0.
You do know that Sheffield United only conceded 1 goal to City and arguably should have gotten a point out of that game.
I don't care.
They were like the informed side to beat, and we're going into this game with a Sadio Mane who doesn't know what a goal in the Premier League is.
Sadio Mane will turn it round. If I had to say the scorers,
I've been saying that every time. Genie, I used to say Sadio Mane would turn it round until I realised he won't.
I used to say
he's about to name which 5 people are going to get goals. So please do carry on.
No, aren't they?
Well, Salah will get 2, I think. Firmino will get 1. Mane will get 1.
Firmino will get a goal.
Yeah.
Oh wow! That's something to have a parade about. Forget about the Premier League. Firmino's good.
And either Curtis Jones.
Tony, remember that thing I was just saying about how it's like a charity appeal at this point? There's been a charity appeal for bloody. Let's get Roberto Firmino a goal against the team from London. And bloody Chris
Dom is saying Tom is dying inside. Genie, pure waffle.
Oh, just Dominic.
If Firmino scores, I'll come to the parade, and not because we won the Premier League, because Firmino scored.
Hey, Sonny, if we win 5-0, I want, and Firmino scores, I want an apology on the.
Forget about 5-0 if Firmino scores.
Yeah, then I want a sincere apology.
You will get one. Well, I say you'll get one. You won't get one because Firmino won't score.
Yeah.
If Firmino scores and Liverpool win 5-0, I'll release a statement. I will release a statement addressing my sincerest apologies for ever doubting you and how I will be attentive
to ever doubting the. Do you know why? Even through the dark times, there's always Genie to keep you optimistic.
No, I genuinely think, and I'll say it on live. I think we're going to
You've
win.
already said it live.
Yeah. No, because that's what I generally think. I'm not going to lie and be down and say 1-0.
I've already clocked when you said it, so I can go clip it.
No, do you know what it is? It's like when you get knocked to the floor. That's when he said 4-0. When he said 4-0, I got knocked down. And then when he said Firmino scored, that was the finishing punch.
5-0.
It's 5-0, Mane.
5-0. What bloody hell? Boy, you're making these numbers up, man.
No,
You're
I said
making these numbers up.
I think we'll have
if Liverpool win 5-0 and Firmino scores 2, I'll come to a Liverpool parade and wear that disgraceful shirt on my back.
Well, you
Dom,
won't.
you don't.
And he's got to
Dom,
change his Twitter to LFC Dominic.
Dom, you don't need to change. You don't need to add the disgraceful bit. We all know you want to wear the shirt deep down inside. You snake, is what RJ calls you, and we'll make sure you're not.
He's a disgrace to your fan base now.
Hey, my fan base is there, and we got beaten by Peterborough. So, but
What's
to be fair,
a sticker of Manchester United.
Nah, mate, it's another one there, and then absolutely
he
nothing.
took it down. I can see the little mark on the wall where you took it off.
He changed his setup just so we
No,
can't.
that's where.
Oh yeah,
that's
in
where,
front of him is a whole United office.
No, it's all Everton with Richarlison and Pickford on my wall. But I guess that optimism was too much for Genie.
Nice
Dom says LFC _Dominic 1.
Yes.
I'm presuming there's already an LFC _Dominic then.
That's his
but
wait, now put it back
yeah,
on. I just have to take a picture of that.
oh god.
Perfect, thank you.
I switched out the iPad to the picture as well, so it's
you're wasting your storage. You're wasting your storage. We're not winning 5-0. Firmino's not scoring.
I mean,
I can't wait.
I knew the show would be good, but I wasn't expecting this much optimism.
To say, I can't wait to prove my own fans wrong that we're this good.
I can't believe you actually think that.
Mate, I want to be proven wrong. I want to win 5 or 6-0, but I'm sitting here and there is no. You know, in like the bloody Avengers, there was 14 million possibilities, and one was the thing. I don't even see that one being a thing.
Oh crikey! But we've come to the end. Obviously, we're all going to be back in about 40 minutes anyway, so we best call it a wrap. As I said, the next show on the ranking of Premier League midfielders. I mean, Genie's already very optimistic, even in probably the most depressing show you guys have ever watched. And
you've got to come for a Tom Genie debate, because I'm debating Genie. He's definitely not going in this bottom category.
Okay, so there's also going to be a full-blown punch-up on the show, so make sure you are tuned in. It is going to be good. I can promise you.
I will not be the only person in that bottom category. There will be 3. In the bottom category, there will be 3 people.
What, from our team?
No, just in general. 2 from our team, but there'll be 3 people in that bottom category.
2 from our team. Wow.
2 in our bottom team, unless you pull in.
Calm down. Hey, guys. Save it, Genie. I will mute you. I've learned that from Sonny. I
realised that doesn't actually work. You just unmute yourself.
Yeah. But it'll be enough to get me talking anyway. Right, but we've come to the end. Everyone, make sure you smash that like button, share the stream, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. We'll be back at 8 o'clock. But before we go, Tom, where can they find you, bro?
There.
What? Pointing to Sonny's head?
Like there.
Yeah,
it's because Sonny asked me this yesterday, and I said
he said something completely different.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say anything now. We're just going to point.
Sonny, bro, where can they find you, mate?
No, LFC Sonny, Twitter, Instagram, and the Liverpool Addiction on YouTube.
Indeed, and I've put the channel in the description, so you just need to click on that, subscribe, and all's a good one. And Genie, where can they find your optimism?
Genie in a bottle on
his
Twitter.
Lies, not his lies.
Genie, what are you going to change your hat to in the summer?
I'll probably change. I'll probably keep
Salah in a bottle.
I'll probably.
He'll be gone as well.
It would be like
Pain in a bottle. Come on.
Origi in a bottle.
He can stay in that bottle as long as he's not in the pitch.
The thing is, if Genie does go, you're still gonna just get called Genie because it's what we all know you as. So it doesn't
Bad
really
memories.
No. on the 1st of July, 2021, you're getting a new art, and that's all you're being referred to as by me. I do not want that disgusting name anywhere near my mouth after June 30th.
Dom's got a couple of suggestions. You've got Trent in the bottle and Liverpool will bottle. How genuine they are.
Job.
Huh?
I said we've already done the bottling bit. We've already bottled the league.
Yeah. What, do you sell water bottles with your logo in your club shop?
Yes. No. Yeah, we do.
Oh,
nice. But guys, that's the end
weird.
of the
Oh, right. I didn't understand where you are. I was like, what?
Sonny is a little bit slow, guys. It's okay. We try to help him as much as we can. But yeah, as I said, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, check everyone out. It's been a great show. It's been quite depressing, but as I said, the weekly counselling sessions have started, and they'll go on until the Euros when we all need counselling after seeing what Gareth Southgate does to us. But right now, everyone else is optimistic apart from, two of them anyway.
Arsenal fans are more optimistic than us. That's how dark these days are for our club. Arsenal
and ending and leaving it on that cheerful note. We'll see you all at 8 o'clock. Make sure you join us. Until then, cheers.